Hi everyone. Hi everyone. So this video is basically a CAT 22 slot 1 analysis video. So obviously the main structure compared to last year, it remained the same as what it was in the case of CAT 21. Uh, the number of questions was still 66. You had 40 minutes in each of the sections. There were a total 17 MCQs, 17 TETA questions and 49 MCQs across all three sections. Uh, but looking at the overall initial feeling, and based on a lot of responses that we have received also from our candidates who have written the test in the first slot, the paper of slot 1 was slightly, ever slightly so, difficult compared to the slot 1 paper of the last year. Now let's see the detailed breakup. So when you talk about VARC section, and I'll come to the overall scores a bit later. So VARC section, obviously 16 were RC based questions, 4 passages, 4 questions each straight away. 8 questions were your based on the verbal ability, and there were a few of the summary questions which were non-TETA, that is MCQ questions again. They had a new type of question this year, which were basically a para completion kind of a thing, and there were 2 questions about that para completion part. Then there were total 3 paragraph jumbles in the TETA format and 3 summary questions basically. So that is how the breakup of VARC. Here obviously you had to be very careful about the accuracy. Verbal as usual is entirely about accuracy. There might be students who will be attempting um, 18 questions, and there might be students attempting 10 questions, but getting those 10 right, getting those 15 right is what makes a difference in PRC. The 4 passages, let's talk about them in detail. The first passage that I had was the Chinese and the Western views on imitation, basically duplicacy and museum arts and etc. etc. It's slightly medium level topic, RC, sorry. Then second I had was Marcus Aurelius, basically based on the Stoicism. The third one was supernatural figures, kind of a horror experiences. And then the fourth one was about the political philosophy. So these were the 4 RC passages, basically the subjects. And then the verbal ability 8 questions, 4 sentences wale parajumbles, 3 questions all TETA, and summary and para completion non-TETA, that is MCQ. Overall attempt, my gut feeling, 15 to 17 questions with your high accuracy of 85-90 percentile will be a good score in VARC basically. Second section DILR, as usual, since of 2015 has been the most difficult and the lengthiest section every single year. The tradition still continues this year, but a new change that they did this year is, last year what they had was they had 2 sets of 6 questions and they had 2 sets of 4 questions. So that was the breakup of 20 questions. This year, what they had was they had 4 sets of 5 questions equally distributed. So that is something which is a new thing they did this year with DILR. 4 sets, out of 4 sets, 2 were easy to medium, and the other 2 were medium to difficult. Now you had to identify which one was easy for you, which one was difficult for you. I found the first set which I got, it was I think games and tournaments wala. 12 goals, 8 games, 4 people was very easy. Could have done in 10 minutes tops, max 12-15 minutes if a person is a little slower in terms of understanding, but should have done that. And there was one more, the metro line questions based on networks and paths of our chapter. So is was also a very easy question. It was I think a third set for me. Then the second, there's one more set that I tried, which is the distribution of tokens, which was also good, based on the factorization. And if you are good with numbers, you could have got that set also very easily. The most difficult I think was a fourth set in my paper, which was a 1 day event, a 2 day event, a 3 day event, for the reunion of the school friends. That was, I think, the difficult most question. And for some people, the distribution of token was slightly difficult. So that's the breakup of DILR, 4 sets. Overall, if you, let's say, could attempt 3 sets with good accuracy, you are on par of 90 percentile. So that's the thing with DILR. Coming back to quants, the third section. This year, as usual, again, arithmetic was the major chunk, almost 50%, as usual. The research that we have done also, and we have shown you earlier. So 50% questions from arithmetic, not literally 50%. There were around 8 or 9 questions from arithmetic this year. Very surprising. Algebra had 5 questions this year. Geometry had around 3 questions, and then you had permutation, combination, and numbers, and etc. etc. Modern maths, basically. Uh, Again, student needed to pick the correct questions was the very important deal. And given that if they could have solved 14-15 questions with an accuracy of 85-90%, they are good to go. There were total 8 theta questions and 14 MCQ questions. The numbers were identical to that of the slot 1 of the previous year. And additionally, the distribution of questions is given here in the table. As I said, arithmetic 8 questions, algebra 5, geometry 3, modern maths numbers 3 each. So this was the breakup of quants, basically. So these are the 3 sections of slot 1. Now coming to the overall cutoffs, and obviously this is just an estimate. When the actual response sheet comes out, we will make an effort to rectify that and go ahead as well. So for a 80th percentile, which is a deal breaker overall as well as the sectional cutoff, to get an IIM call, you need to have an overall score of 40 to 45, which will give you a good score. Then for 85 percentile, around a 50 score is a decent score. For 90th percentile, you are looking at a score of 60. For 95, obviously, then 70. For 98, around 80, 85. Then 99, around 90, 95, and 99.5, 105 plus. So that's the overall score breakup as far as the estimation goes. So 45 questions, 45 questions is, again, give or take 15 questions overall. 50 questions is around 17 questions overall, right? Obviously 90 is around 20 questions overall, right? So 20 questions overall, right, is what, 7 questions in each of the section. And that's what we have been telling you since day one, that focus on individual sections, focus on your strengths, focus on the topics that you love the most. This exam is not to be attempted everything and anything. It is just playing your strengths and avoiding those difficult ones and going past them, basically. So that's the estimate. So this is it from our end. If there are any queries, any questions, feel free to get back to us. Thank you.